Did you know that Steph Curry can lower his heart rate to 80 beats per minute in just a 90-second timeout? The average heart rate for a resting person is 80 BMPs. So how does he do this? He puts weighted sandbags below his rib cage. Putting the weighted sandbags on after a workout helps train his diaphragm and overload it in order to be able to get his heart rate down super fast. So why is this crazy? NBA players' heart rates during a game, it said point guards could be like 160 BMPs. So to be able to take your heart rate from 160 down to 80 in a 90-second period is insane. And Steph Curry can be classified as one of the greatest conditioned athletes of all time. So you may be asking, how does this work? Well, this is basically activating your parasympathetic nervous system. For example, a way for me and you to activate this is to do slow, deep breaths. And this helps lower your heart rate, make you feel calmer, and can also relax your muscles. And not only is this important for Steph Curry in terms of lowering his heart rate so he can stay focused on the court, but it also improves recovery and rest, which is one of the most important things for a high-stress athlete such as himself. But you have to remember, Steph Curry averages almost 2.5 miles every game. That is a ton to run. When you think of Steph Curry playing basketball, you think of constant movement. According to another article, this was from the 21-22 season, Steph Curry ran 163.30 miles that season, which is literally the equivalent of 5 marathons. Steph Curry has a crazy training regimen. We've seen him do the light drill where he dribbles a basketball and he has to hit the flashing lights, that are corresponding. We've seen him do the tennis ball drill where he dribbles a basketball and dribbles a tennis ball at the same time with the other hand with those glasses on, which I believe blocks his light. So where did all these ideas come from? Well, a lot of it came from his trainer, who is Brandon Payne. Also known as the brain trainer or the basketball scientist, Brandon Payne has been working with Steph Curry for quite a while now. He has a degree in kinesiology, and one of the things that he has done to implement Steph Curry's crazy training regimen is not only activate the physical activity and the muscles, but also the brain-based part, because your brain is super powerful. And if he can focus and get that part of his body to be connected to the physical part, that's why he's unstoppable. The training doesn't just stop there. Like I said, it's a whole bunch of brain-based activities, but as you could see right here, Steph Curry rarely takes more than a handful of shots from the same spot. Like, he's not just repeating the same thing over and over. He doesn't run traditional drills either. And again, a lot of this is implemented by his trainer, Brandon Payne. He combines the two to make it even harder. If you know anything about Steph Curry and his workouts, they are legendary. I would love to see a Steph Curry workout or a Steph Curry practice in person one time. That is a big time goal. So if anybody from Steph Curry's representation is watching this, I gotta see a practice in person. But I heard it on Paul George's podcast. I believe Trae Young was a guest at that time, and they were talking about how NBA players have tried to train with Steph Curry. 10 minutes in, they're tapping out, they're done, they can't do it. Like, his workout is supposedly that insane. If you want proof of that, from an article, they were talking about Steph Curry doing a workout at Stanford. And he was playing with Division I players. Like, these are basketball players who were in really good shape. And all of them either collapsed or gave up halfway through. One of the drills, as you could see above at the top of the screen, is it consists of 10 shots with full court, 94-foot sprints in between, and it has to be done with 80% accuracy. And it also has to be done within 56 seconds, otherwise the drill starts over. So again, you have NBA players, Division I athletes, who cannot keep up with Steph Curry's regimen. And I'm sure there are other things that we don't even know about that he does that probably sound even crazier than the sandbag thing. I also remember hearing one time that Steph Curry does a lot of meditation, I think before games, maybe during timeouts, but I remember hearing that as well. In order to hit all these night-night celebrations, Steph Curry has to be in the greatest shape of his life. And some people may even argue he's the greatest conditioned athlete. People look at him and think, oh, he's not that strong and stuff like that. No, Steph Curry is definitely strong and in the best shape you could possibly be in. So next time you watch Steph Curry play, remember all the work that went into this and how he is able to still do this at 36 years old.